Alright, here are the participant directions of how to do these post-editing or translation experiments in Trados Studio and have all of your edits be keylogged, have all of your keystrokes be recorded. So first of all, you get the package, you open it up, and that will create a project. So let's say this is your project right here. It'll have some sort of a study name, a study identifier, and then it will have a 2-letter language code, and then it will have P and a number, and that's your participant number. So I'm participant 12. And so as you can see right now, I don't have the Qualitivity plugin downloaded on Trados Studio, and so I need to download that. And even if you already do have the Qualitivity plugin, it's a good idea to download it again because you might not have the latest version. So if we hit download here, you can see that depending on what version of Studio you have, there's different versions of the Qualitivity plugin. And if your version of the Qualitivity plugin doesn't match the version numbers you see right here, it means you don't have the latest update. And so it's a good idea to get the latest update because they have fixed some bugs and things. And so one side note here that I forgot to mention is that you need Trados Studio 2019 or 2021. They're no longer supporting the Qualitivity plugin for Studio 2017, even though you can download it. It's just not supported with all of the updates that they've done in the recent past. Of course, to download this, you'll need to be signed into your SDL account, but we hit continue to download it, and it's not too big, shouldn't take very long to download, and now we want to install it. So we'll go through this wizard here and click on the version of SDL Studio that we have, and there we go. Hit OK. And now, of course, we need to restart Studio for the changes to take effect. So we'll close Studio, start it up again. And now you'll notice on the bottom left, there will be a tab for Qualitivity right below the tab for translation memories. And there will also be some new buttons on the ribbon. So you can see here the new Qualitivity tab. It's empty right now, no projects, no activities, because it's the first time downloading it, it's brand new. If we go back up to projects, there's this new button, new Qualitivity project. Alright, so backtracking just a little bit, we've got Qualitivity set up. You have done the consent form and language history questionnaire. Now we open the package, which of course you can do by double clicking on it, or within Trados you can click open package here in the projects view. Either way, so let's say we open that package and it's this right here for videos and screenshots. It's not actually that. Normally you'd have a name with this convention, studied identifier, 2-letter language code, participant number. But let's just say we have this. And so we hit new Qualitivity project, and the name of the Qualitivity project doesn't really matter as long as you can find it in Qualitivity. Now that we've created it, we'll see that it's in Qualitivity right here for videos and screenshots. That's one we just barely made, and it's empty. So we can see that it's empty. Alright, so now we can actually start on the post-editing sessions themselves. The warm-up text, you won't have a translation brief for it. It's what you do first just to get used to the format. You don't actually have to fully post-edit it. It's just so you can play around with it, and you do this first. Next, after the warm-up text, you'll read a translation brief. It doesn't matter the order you do the texts in. And after reading a translation brief, you do the corresponding text. So let's look at the warm-up text. So things you might do during the warm-up text is change your view settings for tags. I would suggest that you have it on no tag text. Because the point isn't to treat these pieces of highlighted text as if they're surrounded by formatting tags. Really, all it is it's something to direct your attention to that for the text that you do have highlighting. Think of it as an aid to you as a post editor. And so it doesn't matter if you delete the tags that make this text highlighted. It doesn't matter if you keep them. You can just feel free to edit as if you aren't worried about tags. There's not going to be any errors or warnings thrown because of ghost tags or tags not matching from the source to target or anything like that. Second thing to notice with this, these will all say context match and they won't be confirmed yet. However, think of them as if they had AT, automatic translation, right here, because this is all MT output. The reason it says context match is because we populated it through a TM, and that's just to make sure that every single participant gets the exact same text. Really, this is machine translated output. We've just have it through a TM for consistency reasons. So when you edit, when you're post editing, I'm not actually going to edit here, but when you post edit, you want to make sure that your cursor goes in every single segment, even if you're not going to edit it, and that you confirm every segment. So let's say I think that this segment is perfectly fine, I'm not going to edit it. I still want to enter that segment and confirm it. By having your cursor go in every single segment and you confirming it, that's what makes sure that the segment is, that the keystrokes for that segment are saved properly in the Qualitivity activity file. So we make sure everything is confirmed, and that our cursor goes in every single segment. And then before you move on to any successive files that you're going to post edit, it's really important that you, as soon as you're done post editing, exit out of the editor. And yeah, we want to save the changes. And the most important part right here is that you hit OK on this project activity dialog box from Qualitivity. That's what will make sure that the keystroke data is saved. For the warm-up text, however, you don't need to save it. You can hit cancel. But for all of the other texts, you want to hit OK. So as you can see, I've done the warm-up text. And before I start on the next text, I'm going to go into the package I was sent and find the PDF that has the same name. That's the translation brief for this, and I'll read that. And then I can open this file in the editor and post edit it. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to exit out of that file, close the editor for that file, just like I did with the warm-up text. That way it's not continuing to track time when I'm not working on it. And that just helps make the data clean as possible. And so once I finish with this one, I've closed out of the editor. Then I'll go on to this one and read the brief first, then open it in the editor. Same process. And those are the really important points to note for this, the actual experiment sessions portion of this. And later on, you'll need to export the qualitivity files, and that's what we're going to look at next, exporting the